Hi, I'm Cindy Wright and I'm a Jamberry nails consultant, and I would like to share with you today a little bit about making gel extensions using Jamberry's TruShine gel system. And as you can see, I have longer nails, so I really don't need nail extensions, but I have one shorter one here that I thought I could display and show you how to do this. So it's something new for me to try, and for some of you gals who have shorter nails and you would like to have longer nails, this might be the trick for you. So first off, I'd like to share with you about our TruShine gel system. We have right now, all that you need is an essentials kit is what this is called, and it comes with a base coat that's clear and a top coat that's also clear, and then it comes with our curing lamp. This is an LED curing lamp, and it is timed perfectly to do just the amount of curing that we need. It's the safest on the market, so I'll be demonstrating using one of these. But I wanted to show you this Gel's Essential Kit because it's not in our catalog right now, but it's on a special, and you can get those 3 pieces for a real value of just $70, where individually the lamp itself would cost $44 and each of the gels would cost $20 each, so you're saving yourself $14. What I'm going to use today, this is a half sheet of white and pink tint tip, and it's a long, so this is for those of you who like to have French tips. I've cut this again in half, but I'm going to just use one little piece. This is one wrap, enough to do 2 nails, and I've taken just one that I'm going to apply to my pinky, and here it is. I've already shaped it the way I want at the end. You can leave it just straight across. If you wanted to just cut one of these in half, you could just cut it in half and then put it on and then shape it afterwards. But I thought for the ease of being able to show you how to do it, I would do it this way. We need to have one of our nail prep wipes, and you can also dip your cotton into alcohol or use some of the pre-done wipes, but this is a very handy nail prep wipe, nice and large. Look how big it is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you can go ahead and clean. If you were doing all your nails, you would clean them all. I'm just going to go ahead and clean this little one, and anything that I might be touching, you will have pushed your cuticles back. Make sure that you have no invisible cuticle anywhere on that nail, which I've already prepared that. So that one is all clean. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this back in its little container because we'll be using that again a little bit later. This is our mini heater. It is $19, but you can actually get it with another bundle kit for $1. Ask me and I'll let you know how you can get this heater for just $1. So I'm going to use that. You can actually dry your nails with the heater, because you want the nails to be dry before you apply a wrap. I like to use my deluxe toolkit where I have everything stored that I'll be using. You can use the scissors here. The glass nail file is awesome. I'm going to just grab my orange stick. I'm going to take my heater and turn it on. You'll notice it's really quiet. Even though I've had this heater for 2 years, over 2 years, it's still holding up great. So anyway, we'll go ahead and take this tip that I have prepared. Our tips come in different lengths, so you would measure the length that you want clear, and that's how you would determine if you want short, medium, or long. I'm going to go ahead and put that on and heat it, and just minimally heat it. I'm not going to need very much heat. I'm going to press that right down the center and to the edges. And I'm not going to do a lot of pushing and pulling on that. I'm just going to show you how to make your nail really long. Now see, this is a lot longer than my nail is. Here's where my nail is. If you can see that, let me focus the camera just a little better. Okay, my nail comes to right here, and all of this is extra. That's just the wrap. Okay, so that's a pretty long nail. I probably wouldn't want quite that long, but maybe you do, and maybe you want to change that shape. You could change the shape of it right now with your scissors, or you can wait until after we do the gels. But I'm going to leave it the way it is. I've got it pretty well shaped the way I'd like it. And so next what we're going to do is take our base coat. Another thing I find our heating lamp to be handy for is to actually heat up the base and gel coat slightly. They thin down just a little bit, and it makes it easier to get nice thin coats. It's better to get a very thin coat layer on your nail than it is for a thick coat. Now we have lots of different colors of gels, and we have sparkle gels too, but I use mostly our clears. Okay, I'm going to turn this heater off, and then I'll take the base coat. Rather than shake it, if you roll it, you're not adding bubbles into the base coat or the top coat. You do the same with both. Just roll it gently, but you want it to get mixed up really good. I have my curing lamp here. Again, that's LED. Okay, so we'll open this up, and we're going to do a tornado motion, taking that brush out of the base of the jar, and you can see it has a square brush on the end of it so that it's real easy to apply. You don't want very much excess gel on there. Watch to make sure that you don't have it dripping from up above. On the underside of the nail, we want to go ahead and put a thin coat of the base coat, being sure to get it onto the nail itself. If you have really short nails, you don't want to get it onto your skin. If you get it on your skin, you can go ahead and use an orange stick to remove it, or a little pusher stick. And I'm going to cap the end, just making sure I have on all the end edges a little bit of the gel. Okay, we'll put that one back in. This is what I'm talking about with the pusher stick. This works really well to remove any excess, especially if you're working on the top. You can take that off. I don't have any on there. Now, you can go ahead and then turn your lamp on. Put that one in upside down so that it cures that. You see the little LED lights, and then there's a little mirror in there. Those LED lights, it's kind of like Christmas lights in that that's how safe this lamp is. Many of the lamps that you find on the market or in salons are UV. This one has the minimal amount of UV in it to make it the safest it can be for kids, cancer patients, or anybody that is questionable about their health. This is as safe as you can find on the market. So our gels and our lacquers are self-leveling, meaning that they'll go ahead and level themselves once they've been put on. Now I'm going to take the top coat, do the same thing with it. I've already rolled it around, and I'm going to do the tornado movement to get the most of the excess off. And then I'm going to put a thin coat underneath there. And again, I'm going to cap the ends. Then I'll show you a little trick. Again, the lamp has the elements, the lights are at the top, but when we're doing something then we feel like we have it too thick, or if we have any pooling going on, you can actually turn the lamp upside down and do it this way so that your finger, your nail, if there's any pooling of the liquid that goes on, it will go to the outside edges and not, or if you're doing the top coat, if you had your finger this way, it would change where the pooling happens. So just be aware that you can do that if you have any issues of the thickness. It's so nice to have that lamp shut itself off because I can't think two things at once. And so I could be watching TV, I could be doing whatever I want to do. Now, after you have done the top coat, you always need to take your handy wherever it is, the handy little wipe that we saved, and wipe off. There's a little oil residue, so I'm going to take that off. That's in under there, so remove that. It's kind of a sticky little film because it leaves a little oil base and then the next coat won't stick to it. Okay, so I'm going to clean off the top again, and then we're going to use the base gel again. Again, the Tornado. Remove all excess, and I'm going to put a thin coat on the top of my nail. So if you start at the middle of your nail and make sure you can see that, push back towards the cuticle and then pull to the end is a real good method of putting the gel on. If you have really short nails and you weren't doing these tips, you can actually do a little squiggle motion here at the end like this, and it will get the gel onto the end and kind of cap it for those of you who have really short nails and you're not doing these extensions. But since I'm doing this extension, I'll start in the middle, push back toward the cuticle, and then pull. Middle, push back, pull. And then I want to cap all my edges. And that's my base coat. Stick that in there again. This time I have the top of the nail looking up towards those lights. This lamp is, like I said, pre-timed, and it shuts off at 45 seconds, so that's really handy. And remember that after the top coat gel, you always want to wipe and clean off that residue. Something else I wanted to share with you, you notice that I have really sparkly nails going on right now. These are lacquer. It's called abalone, and it is available still, not as an individual, but in our color suite you can still get abalone. And then I added onto abalone Stardust top coat. You can also get the same effect just using gels, but what I like to do is add gels over top. It just gives it that extra strength. So now I'm going to go with a top coat and do my Tornado. The top coat is quite a bit thicker, you'll notice, than the base coat. Again, I'll start in the middle and go back and pull. Middle, back to the cuticle and pull. Middle, back and pull. And I'm going to cap. And we talked about it before. If you have any residue or any gel that got onto your skin, you can remove it with an orange stick or use the cuticle pusher to wipe off any excess. Now I'm going to do this one upside down like I showed you before. Turn on my lamp, and I'm going to turn my finger upside down, because if I got it any thicker and it pools at all, it will pool towards the center part of my nail, have the thickness there instead of it coming to the edges. So just a little tip that you might find helpful. Our lacquers and our gels really work well together. So yes, I have these gel or lacquers on, but putting a gel over top makes them last so much longer. But all of the gels and lacquers, all of our items are interchangeable, so you can go ahead and put lacquer with a gel, or you can put lacquer with wraps and wraps with gels. So all interchangeable, which is really nice. So that was a top coat. So again, I want to wipe off the residue off of the end. I'm going to just go underneath it just to make sure I got it all. Now that is just one coat of the top and or the base and the top, and I want you to hear already. Can you hear that? It's already hard. That wrap is hard already, as most of our nails are. See how hard that is? So I could go ahead and stop here, and it's already easy to touch and ready to go. It looks nice, but I'm going to go ahead with one more base coat and one more top coat. If I didn't like the shape of it, I would probably then go ahead and file it or clip it after my final top coat. I'm going to do my capping. That's my capping there. Okay, there's my base coat again. I'm done with that one. But if I were to file it, I'll just do it right side up this time. If I were to file it afterwards, then I would have changed the tips, and my tips would no longer be covered in gel. They would actually be exposing the wrap. So I would need to go ahead and do a capping, a final capping after doing any kind of filing. You want to make sure that you have the gel protection over the edge. A couple other products that I used today, and I want to show you. I removed my pinky lacquer with our nail wrap and lacquer remover. This is the large bottle, but when you buy the smaller bottle, it comes like this in a box. This is a 4 ounce. The bigger one that I just showed you, this is the 8 ounce refill. But the 4 ounce comes with this nice top that you just take this top off and put this one on, and then it's a handy pump top. But this stuff is like gold. I really, really, really like it. It's useful for removing not just our lacquers, but wraps, and you can do it as easily as with a paintbrush. I've created videos that you can check out showing how to remove our wraps using a paintbrush. So especially just if you're going to use our wrap and lacquer remover, it's excellent. So I'm going to cap the ends there again. This should be my final coat. This is a lot longer than I will wear, so I'll probably be taking these off, but this will at least show you how to do this. And since this is safe enough, I can just put all of my nails in there. That's not a problem, but it's actually pretty handy. You can move that lamp around. It's so lightweight, so you can move the lamp around to wherever is comfortable for you for that 45 seconds. Another product that is really nice is our Beauty Boost. And the Beauty Boost, the ingredients in it, the biotin, of course, is really good for our nails. But this is a wonderful also multivitamin. It isn't just good for our nails, but it's good for our hair, our skin, our metabolism, and get this, even our eyelashes. So who doesn't want longer eyelashes? So be sure to check out Beauty Boost. If you have any weak nails or thinning hair like I do, Beauty Boost can make the difference. So that's a great product to check out. Okay, so if I'm satisfied with the shape of this nail, now if I were to touch it right now, it's sticky. So again, use that wipe it off, and that is good to go. I've got a nice hard finish. Can you see that? Nice hard finish. And look how nice and long that is. So I extended the length of my nail by a good 1/4 of an inch. It looks like a real pretty French manicure, which it is. And for pennies on the dollar, might say. This is the pink tint. You can get a completely clear one, but now with this being my nail, I could go ahead and add lacquer to it. I could add gel coloring to it, or I can just leave it plain. So I hope that this has helped you. You could file this using our coarse file or our glass nail file. You could file it, but if you do file it, I would recommend that you then use the base and the top. Do one more coat of the gel over top of that exposed edge. So anyway, that's good to go. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this helpful.